I haven't done one of these videos in a second, but what it was really like filming street parts in LA. Now I mainly say LA because that's all I really had access to. Thank God. I can't imagine people who live in the middle of nowhere like where I'm at. If y'all wondering why I got the cowboy hat, it's because we're going to a rodeo. I'm sure the video is already posted. No, this video would be posted, yeah. I'm doing a rodeo video, but I want to get a video up today talking about some skate stuff. So, meaning like I'm going to the rodeo for the first time. And also, before we get the video started, I started a gaming channel. We already got 2 videos up already. Staying consistent on that. We're gonna be playing a lot of horror games and, you know, skateboard and all that other stuff like that. I'm not good at games, but that's the fun part about it. I just be reacting crazy and just having a good time. So you guys know how I am. Just do me a favor though. I've been consistent on this channel. Can y'all please subscribe to the gaming channel? Link in the description. All right, do that for me and let's get this video started. 111. So I like to freestyle all these videos. I don't like really scripting anything, so bear with me. But you know, growing up in LA, thankfully, we had all these street spots around. I didn't know when I started skating, like I was in the right place for skating. Thankfully, I was. But there was street spots everywhere. Everywhere, bro. I grew up in Inglewood, on 108th Street in Yukon, right next to Morningside High School, the high school I went to eventually. And I'm sorry if it's windy. Again, I'm in the middle of nowhere. But that school had all the spots. That being said, I would film a lot of parts anywhere I was at. So I started filming with Nigel. We did our first part, right? Nigel Alexander, by the way, which helped change my life. I already spoke about how that part changed my life. This is not what the video is about, but we got to speak about that part a little more. I will go to the spots around the neighborhood that I grew up, and I'll take them to new spots, and I have some good ones, and they'll take me to new spots. Now, there was a lot of trial and error, obviously, but I felt very nervous and scared to do these spots for multiple reasons. One, especially at the time when I was filming, I know it used to be worse back in the day, but at the time when I was filming that street part, a lot of skaters were getting chased by cops or getting tickets and stuff like that. And we're in LA. A lot of skaters there, a lot of spots. The cops don't play at all. Bro, we used to get chased by cops left and right. I spoke about this a little bit in the past, but for example, UCLA, I've gotten tackled at the age of 14 by a cop because I was skating spots there. Tackled by a cop, 2 cops. Chris Harris was there too. He was trying to help me. Bro, they tried to take me to court and everything. We couldn't even get into the court because the people were like, yo, this is stupid. We're not even gonna take this case. Like, why are you getting tackled by cops? Now that I got older, I could have sued because they did some crazy stuff. But and they were talking about, bro, it's this serious. They told my grandparents and my godmother that if I got away and I was running, they would have shot me for skating, and I'm 14. So now, and that was before I started filming the street part. So in my head, we're going to spots, I'm hella terrified. I'm like, bro, we're hopping into new shit. We're going to white people neighborhoods, so I'm even more scared. We're doing all this shit. Like, the only thing I knew was the school down the street, and I knew how to navigate in that motherfucker. Going to these new schools, I was like, I'm worried. But I didn't want to say that out loud. I'm just doing what I got to do. But besides all the negative stuff, I don't want to be speaking too much on the negative parts of it. The way that you film for street parts in LA is very like, and I'm sure a lot of you guys kind of know this, but it's like, it's easier said than done because you got to go to these spots that everybody's skating and they're difficult spots, and you got to figure out what you can do that hasn't been done yet if you really want to do this legitly, and you got to land this shit clean. Now, it takes a lot of like, it takes a lot more than just, oh, we're gonna go to this spot. It takes hitting up your filmers, hitting up a photographer, things like that, and then them getting to the spot or you guys getting there together, and now you have all this pressure on you because you have all these people with you that's supposed to film you, all eyes on you right now, and if you don't get the trick, you feel like shit. You feel horrible because you're wasting everybody's time technically. I remember one time, I'm sure Nigel remembers this, aka, I was like really good at double backside flips off of stairs, and I was doing them over park handrails, which is crazy to say. So he was like, yo, we gotta take you to a street spot. He drove me far because I was like, bro, I can only do like a 7-stair rail, something small. He drove me far to this 7-stair rail, and I went over there and I kept getting close. And I wanted to give up because I was like, yo, I'm doing this straight out of fear. I was super, super scared. I was forcing it because I didn't want to like disappoint him. And then he was getting mad because I was like, hey, I don't want to do it no more. Like, I don't think I can. And he got a little frustrated, which I understand because it's like, what are you doing? What you mean? You landing, you sticking it all the time, push through. I started crying like a little baby. And he just looked at me like, yo, what is going on? Now, sometimes you get lucky, meaning you could get your part done quick, depending on how motivated you are and how organized you are and, you know, how quickly you're getting these clips. So I was filming for my mag minute, which is considered a street part at the time, because it was for the skateboard mag. And I remember I was filming that with Luis mainly, and I remember getting my part done in 2 weeks, which is crazy because people take months or sometimes years, which is nowadays I think it's just mainly months to get a street part done. And I got it done in 2 weeks, but it still took me a whole nother month because I was actually trying to double backside flip over a 9-stair rail. And that took me multiple days to go back. So filming in LA, filming street parts period, but mainly in LA, you have to worry about things like, and I guess this is everywhere, you know, but things like going to the school and going there on the weekends, and hopefully there's no events, and hopefully you don't get kicked out, and hopefully ain't nothing in front of it because people like to put stuff in front of the spots. Hopefully nobody else is skating it and doing your trick. Things like that. And we're going over there, we're taking the bus, we're taking the metro station, we're doing things like that. Sometimes skating all the way to the spots. And I went to that spot over and over and wasn't landing it, disappointing the filmers, but getting close and close. But I was like, I gotta land this so it could change my life. And then that part didn't do shit for me. But I'm still happy on that trick. But that's a legendary ass spot. I wonder if that's still there. This is one thing I know that is like probably mainly LA, filming for a street part, is when you go to a spot, right? Again, this is like the mecca of skateboarding. Like everybody skates out here, films that part. You go out there, and if you see somebody at that spot, say for example, like, oh, I'm gonna go to Hollywood 12. Damn, only thing I could do is a back 180 or some shit like that, right? That's just an example. You go there, somebody's already skating it, and then you see them doing the most beast trick in the motherfucking world. Like, what? Now you're intimidated because a nigga's doing a back 3 kickflip nose blunt down the motherfucking Hollywood 12 rail, and you're just trying to back 180 it. So then that just fucks you up because, like, damn, I don't even want to do this. Or if you're a boss, you're like, I want to do this. It's motivating me. Most of the time, it don't. And then you're just like, damn, I got to step my game up. And now you're being picky in your head, and you're like, bro, I got to get better before filming this part, which is slowing you down because it's like, nah, just film parts and keep going. But now you compare yourself to everybody else because you keep running into them in LA doing some crazy ass shit because it's LA. And then now you're slowing down and blah, 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 blah. Fuck, this shit gets fucking tricky. One of the craziest moments for me that I don't really speak about a lot because I just like kind of forget, but a Hartford backlift, Crenshaw 8 rail, right? Which is like a low, perfect rail. And I needed a super good rail trick at the time for my street part. And I was like, I can Hartford backlift this, but I'm terrified of flipping into rails. I'm terrified of skating handrails. But I was on like, yo, I want to go pro. And I forced myself. I was so dedicated to doing that. And I was like, yo, this moment is right now. I don't care what happens. We're going. We went doing school hours. I remember doing it while everybody's in school. The principal came to kick us out. We acted like we was leaving. We came right back, and I went over and over and got it, which is like crazy after everything I just said that could happen, especially at that time with the cops and stuff like that. And I still did that. But that's just a story I just remember. That's insane. Like doing that now, I'm 31. Doing that now, I'm just gonna be like, nah, we gonna wait. I don't even want to hop into a school, bro. What I look like being 31 hopping into a high school. Again, this could happen anywhere, but we had cars getting broken into a lot being in LA, filming out there a lot and stuff like that. Especially because a lot of the spots were in the hood, and for some reason, all the best spots are in the hood. It's crazy. Maybe they were just they were late to the program when it came to like skate stop and shit too. But like, yeah, so we have to park in certain neighborhoods, and then we'll come back. Windows is broken. Thank God the cameras and shit ain't taken because we took it with us. But it's like niggas was trying to rob us, and some people got their shit took. It's just annoying as fuck because what the fuck we gonna do? We skaters. We ain't about to beat up no gangbangers or nothing. And there was a time that we knew who it was. We saw them across the street and we ain't did shit. Like, nigga, we little ass kids at the time too. Like, nope, y'all got that. Y'all got that. A good benefit off of filming in LA, doing street parts in LA, and going to the street spots is the fact that like you're in LA, so you can run into a pro, being there, chilling there, skating there, whatever it is, watching their teammates or whatever. And if you just got that bravery of just not being nervous to skate in front of them and be like, oh, is it cool if I join the session? But I always came here to film, which most likely they're gonna be cool with because you an asshole if you're not, to be honest. The good thing about that is like, yo, you get connect by just going there and doing some shit and being beast, and then just showing your face around, and just people know who you are now. Like, oh, that's the kid from last time who did this, and eventually you get sponsored and all this other shit. So that's a good thing about filming street parts in LA. Also, mainly like nowadays, like I just got back into skating, so I've been going to more street spots. What I've noticed is that people don't give a fuck. People are not upset with skaters no more like they used to be. They're just like, oh, sorry, we have to kick you out. Or they're like, hey, we don't even want to kick you out. Just be respectful of the spot. And I'm like, yo, that is different. Like, I never knew that would happen this soon. That's amazing. To conclude this video, in summary, skating in LA is actually probably the best place to be doing it at. There's a lot of trial and errors, a lot of bad things about it, but it's also a lot of good things about it versus being out here in the middle of nowhere, skating some spots nobody even know about, and kind of bored. But I respect the people who come from places like this around the world and then go to LA and, you know, still grind. That's something I would never understand. I would never understand being from like out of the country or somewhere in the middle of nowhere and still making it happen in skating, because that's a whole different battle versus me being born in LA. But yeah, guys, appreciate you guys watching the video. Thank you. Again, subscribe to the gaming channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm staying consistent on that like I'm staying consistent on here. I don't want to flood this channel with the gaming shit, so go ahead and subscribe to that if you guys are into that. Help a homie out. And yeah, we got a horror game on there that I couldn't even finish. That's how scary that game was. So y'all go check that out. Comment 111. See you on the next video.